Hello and welcome back to another 4D Systems tutorial. Today I'll be showing you an in-depth guide and example of how to use the keyboard widget in the Workshop 4 ViSi-Genie environment. I'll be providing the full project file in the video description, so feel free to download it and follow along. For this demo, I'm using a Gen 4 ulcd 5-inch capacitive touch display connected to my computer via USB using the 4D UPA breakout board with a micro SD card mounted on the back of the display. Let's get started. To start, I'm going to launch Workshop 4 and create a new project. I'll select my display and choose the orientation, then click Next. Since we're building this project in the ViSi-Genie environment, I'll select that from the list of options and continue. Now we can start building our interface. The first thing I'm going to do is add the keyboard widget onto our display preview. To do that, I'm going to go to the widgets menu, select the inputs tab, then drag the keyboard widget onto my screen. After placing the widget, its properties will show up in the object inspector. To configure it, I'm going to open the keyboard editor. First, I'll save and name the project, then in the object inspector, I'll select the form the keyboard is on, highlight the keyboard widget or choose it from the drop down, scroll to the keyboard type property and click the button with the 3 dots. This opens the keyboard editor, which is a visual tool for customizing the keyboard layout. There are 4 preset options: QWERTY, which is a full 106 key layout, Numeric is a 17 key number pad, Cell phone is a 12 key pad, and Custom is a blank keyboard to build from scratch. You can pick whichever one suits your project. For this example, I'm going with QWERTY. Now I'm going to clean up the layout a bit. I'll remove the Control, arrow up and arrow down keys by selecting them in the key column and clicking the Delete key on the right side of the window. I'll change the width of both the left and right arrow keys to give it a more balanced layout. You can customize all your keys in this way to give your keyboard the look and feel that you would like. Now I'm going to change the key colors. You can style them however you want, but here's what I'm going to do for this example. I'm going to make sure that change matching column colors is checked. Then I'm going to select one of the alphanumeric keys and change its color. Then I'm going to select any other key and set it to a different color. If you'd like, you can also set the pressed color to something different so they visibly change when they are tapped. To finish off the layout, I'll resize the keyboard either by using the height and width properties in the object inspector or just by dragging it directly on the screen. Now that the keyboard is styled to my liking and ready to use, all I need to do is add some basic logic to make it functional. To do that, I'm going to use MagicCode, which is available in the Pro version of Workshop 4. This lets us extend the behavior of widgets using a bit of code. First, I'll go to the Magic pane and add a MagicCode block. This will be our global code. Here, I'm just going to define 2 variables. One to store the character's type from the keyboard, and another to count how many characters have been entered. It'll look something like this. Next, I'll add a keyboard event MagicCode tied to our keyboard widget. This is where we handle the key inputs, checking what key was pressed, storing it, and printing it to the screen. Here's a breakdown of what the code does. If the key is a printable character, and we haven't reached the character limit, it stores the character, prints it, and moves the counter forward. If the key is backspace, it deletes the last character, replaces it with a space, and updates the cursor position. You can always expand on this later to handle keys like enter or clear. Lastly, make sure that your keyboard's onChange event is linked to the Magic Keyboard event. Otherwise, the text will not print. Now that we've got everything set up, layout, styling, and logic, it's time to build and upload the project to the display. Just make sure your display is connected in the comms menu and you've chosen the output destination and file system you would like to use in the project menu. Then you can go ahead and click Build, Copy, Load, follow the prompts, and flash the program to your display. And that's it. That's how easy it is to set up a custom keyboard and print typed text using ViSi-Genie and MagicCode. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more tutorials.